Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today we're going to make an accordion fold tag album. And I saw this on a Graphic 45 video. They did a Christmas theme, and I'm going to do a fall theme. A lot of pieces, parts, a little bit more in depth, I think, but we're going to give it a whirl, and I think it'll turn out cute. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you like my video, I just ask that you give me a thumbs up and check out my other ones. Now, to start out with, you need two pieces that are 6 1/4 by 12. Now, I used file folder, and you can use just cardstock if you want. I thought the file folder was easier, but I don't know. Yeah, either one would be okay. So let me turn this around. I want to turn this the way I scored it. Okay. So you're going to lay your 6 1/4 by 12 inch on your scoreboard. Only if you have one. If you don't, it doesn't matter. You don't have to have one. Just measure out 4 inches and 8 inches. So I scored at 4 inches and I scored at 8 inches. Now on the file folder, the way I had it laying, you have the regular fold of the file folder, which was right here. I don't want to bend it again, but it was right here, was the regular fold of the file folder. And then you had the other 3 gussets. When I scored it just past this center fold. So then I had to really work to get it to lay down good. And then you're going to accordion fold it. Now when you get all done folding, you're going to want it to open from right to left. Open just like a book, okay? So we're going to do both of them pieces in the same way. And I made sure I had both of mine laying so it didn't fall in between any of these score lines. Because I cut one and it fell in between here somewhere and it just didn't work right. So that's all you do on them. So you need 2 pieces of them. Let me take this off. Then we have to cut a pattern. Now, she cut a pattern, so I just kind of followed suit as to what she was doing. Cut a 4 by 8 inch piece of cardstock, or I used the file folder. And then cut your angles for your tags. So I just cut one, turned it over, and cut the other side. Then you have this as a pattern. Because then after we get these hooked together, we're just going to lay this on here and mark it and cut them. And then they'll all be even. So now, when she connected these 2 pieces together, she did it with Scotch tape. I actually didn't care for that. I tried it. So on a couple spots, there might be a little glistening from the Scotch tape. I really didn't care for it. So I'm going to use masking tape. She just put the 2 sides together and she put tape on one side and folded it over. But because my masking tape does not hold very good, I'm going to add some glue. Now she did this so the pieces will lay out flat when you open it. I'm going to try to do it in one long strip. and then I'll hook them back together. And I think I'll work this down a little bit with this thing just to smooth out my glue. Because I don't really want it wrinkled. Our paper will cover up most of it. So it's sticking to the paper on my table. Then I'm going to just fold this over here, lay it like this, add glue to my tape. Now if you have really good glue, I mean tape, you don't have to glue it. Mine is not very good. It's just a generic masking tape. That's about all I can say for it. Then I'm just going to fold it over. And crease it down. Now I have paper from my table in there, so hopefully it doesn't show up. I think my papers should cover it. And if it doesn't, I might have to take it apart and redo it. Okay. Then she had it where it opened out, and there's a gap here. There was a gap in hers, and I thought that it would look better if it was closer together, but I think it should be okay. So it might not really be too noticeable with the masking tape on it, but we're going to give it a whirl. So then we're just going to accordion fold it back up. Now I creased my edges pretty good. So it would just kind of open like this, and open like this, and open like this. Then we're going to have the back side of it also. Oh, wait a minute, I have to put glue on this, or I have to put tape on this side. Couldn't figure out why I kept feeling sticky. I'm just going to leave it lay out flat and put my glue on, or my tape on it. So if you put glue on the front, put glue on the back. And if you don't, or tape, I don't know what I'm saying. If you don't want to use tape, you can use lace or fabric, whatever you think will go with your papers. Now let me trim this off. And there's not much there to trim. So let me see what this looks like. Yeah, that'll all be covered up, so we won't even notice the difference. And then we'll have these two coming in together, so that should be good. So we're really not going to notice this tape. Okay, I don't know if I was on camera. I just have to make for sure that this score line stays where it belongs. I think I had it turned around this way. And that, maybe. Okay. Now that we have them all together, we're going to use our pattern. And all you have to do is just draw your lines. And she cut all of these at the same time, so hopefully I can do that and mine will come out even. And then we'll cut this way. There we go. And it actually comes out looking like a little house. And I've seen different things on YouTube where they make house tags. Not different times about trying them, but I wasn't really sure if I would like something like that, but maybe someday we'll try that. So I have to have it open this way. So this is my front. All right, so all we're going to do right now is start out adding our papers. Now I already know the designs that I want on the front, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. So your bottom piece will come out like this, just below where your angle starts. And then we're going to have a little piece up here. That's going to kind of be like our roof. And then we're going to have a piece to go across where the two come together, just to cover that up. Now, if you don't want to use these little pieces, you can use lace. And I thought about it, but I thought I would try it the way that she did it. Now, these pieces here are 4 inches by 5 inches. Then the little roof piece is going to be 4 inches by 1 1/4 inches. Then this little tiny piece is going to be 4 inches by 5/16. That's why I'm saying if you really don't want to cut these, you can use lace or something. Really didn't take long to cut them out. Not as long as what I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this, and I will know that this is my front piece. Just because I really like this paper. So I wanted that on my front. And I had to figure out what my decoration was going to be. So this is going to be a little album that will be nice for putting pictures in or whatever you might want. I'm going to just put this up here because I don't want to go over the top corners, and I'm just going to fit this right down on here and flatten that out. And this is cinnamon, leaves, pumpkin. I don't know what that is. I cut it off. Let me see. What did I do with my paper towel? Now I'm only going to do a couple of these on camera because once I do a couple, you're going to know how to do them all. Now, you can butt these up or you can go over a little tiny bit. I'm just going to butt them up because I just think it's easier to line them up that way. And I didn't cut that angle very good. It's kind of like I'm cutting backwards to what I'm supposed to be doing here. We just might have to call that good. And I'm not going to ink any of this stuff. It would take me forever to ink all of this. If you want to ink it, you can ink it. So that's going to sit down just about where this angle starts. Oh, am I up here where I belong? Probably wasn't. I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac because it will give me just a little wiggle room, and if I need to move it, as long as I don't wait too long, I'll be able to move it a little tiny bit. Then, like out on the edge, if you have to trim it a little bit, well, I'm going to try not to have to do that. So then it looks like a little house. Isn't it cute? I like this. So I think we'll do all of this side first, and then we'll turn it over. So then all you would do, so you need 12 pieces that are 6 1/4 by 12 inches. No, you don't. No, sorry. You need 12 pieces that are 4 inches by 5 inches. You need 12 pieces that are the 4 inches by 1 1/4. And then 12 pieces of the 4 by 5/16. Okay. So then you could just go ahead and lay out your papers like you think you might want them. This is supposed to be a brown background, but kind of come out almost black. And then I would do that, and then I can't go over any farther because you won't be able to see it. And then I would just go through and see what I like with each piece. And I don't want to put 2 of the same together. So I would just go through and figure out what I want. And then I would go ahead and glue these on. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I can say that took a little while. So, and I noticed that I had to do some trimming as I was putting my papers on. So, seeing as how it's 4 inches wide and we're folding it, you might want to cut it just, a couple hairs under 4 inches, your background papers. So anyway, let's look at it. So this is going to be my front cover. And then we would open it here and open it here and here and there, and then we can turn it to the back and that, or you can just open it up like a long book and see all of your pages. So I said I wasn't going to ink, but I did go around the edges and I inked just to cover up the file folder. I don't think I liked the file folder where the regular fold was. I don't think I liked that part of it. But next time I might just try it with cardstock and see how that works. But I like the papers, and I like how everything just kind of goes together good. So now we're going to start decorating, and I'm not going to do my front page yet. I'm going to start in here, and what we're going to do is we put, this is a 3.5 by 3.5, no, 3.25 by 3.25, and we're going to put one of them down. And then what she did with hers was she had like one on the bottom, one on the top, and then she just put white photo mats down. I actually have one of the little camera stamps, so I'm going to do that because I just like it. So what I did was, and you guys all know how to stamp, I just used my black ink. I left one to stamp on video. Just because I think it's so cute. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Now the size of these white cards are, let me see, 3 by 3. So you have 3.25 by 3.25 and 3 by 3. And then, so you can leave them blank, or if you have the camera, you can put that on there. So you just glue your papers down, see which one you want on what paper. And you're not really going to see too much of the background. So maybe I want this bright one on here. So I'm going to glue this down. And when I was printing this paper, my printer ran out of colored ink, so I just printed on the other side. But the pink leaves really are very pretty. I like them. Colorful. So I'm going to start this one at the bottom. Let me fold this out just a little tiny bit more so it lays down more flat. And then I'm going to glue this on there. Now she used cardstock. This is just printer paper. So this would be a cute little gift for somebody that's getting married, or a baby shower, or, you know, just to have a little photo album to carry with you. Isn't that cute? I like that. And then on this one, I'm going to go up here. And then afterwards, we'll put a few little embellishments in it. So that's all I'm going to do with the photo mats, is just go from top to bottom or bottom to top on each one. I'm just going to alternate them, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so now I don't know if at the beginning I told you needed 11 of the 3 1/4 squares and 3x3s, or if I told you 12, but you only need 11 of the mats and 11 of these, because the front page we're going to decorate different. Okay, so then we can go back through, and I have little fall things like this, and stuff like this, just little things. So I have a little pumpkin, so I really don't know what to put where. So if we attach this, then we could let the paper or the picture slide down underneath it. So I think, let's see how that works. Yep, and then the picture would sit right down under there, so that works good. So let me see what I want to do now. This actually kind of goes pretty with the blue in them leaves. So we'll just leave that bottom up also. Oh, I got that over a little far. Hurry up and take it off. And then that should slide up under there. Yes, it will. So let's see. I don't have many ephemera pieces for fall. So I could just add these little pictures. I don't mind. That'll just kind of outline them a little bit. Happy fall, y'all. So we could put that one on this side. And then we could put pumpkin pie up there. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough if I put all of these down on this side. Let me see. This one says fall is a season of falling leaves and hot apple cider. We give thanks. I could put that up there. And only glue part of it. So then I think the little picture would slide up under there good. I think so. We would just leave that open. Okay. All right, now let's go to the other side and then we'll see. So down here maybe we could put this, and I can just do about halfway. Oh, I don't even know if I'm up on the camera, so sorry. Generally when I'm going to decorate, I have it all figured out, but I don't have this one all figured out. And these little tags, they're just a little too big. I don't want to completely cover up the picture. I have this little foxy guy. He's a cutie. So I could do that. And then I could put this over here and it says Stay Gold. So that would be different. Maybe I don't know if I like that. I could put a pumpkin up here and slide it down a little bit. I think this would be a great little gift for anything. Any theme that you wanted to do. Let me see. It says, every leaf speaks bliss to me, fluttering from the autumn tree. Well, that's kind of cute. I could put that there. Oh dear. I just don't know what to do now. And then there's this little guy. I don't know if he's a little hedgehog or what he is. That would cover up quite a lot. Maybe I could just cut a little off of it. It's not always good for me to cut a circle though, because then it doesn't look like a circle. But that's not too bad, I guess. I guess when I started decorating, I forgot I had two sides. And let's see. I could put this little Explore, because that's what that little guy's doing. Sorry to make you sit and watch me do this. I'll just put that over there. So I'll just put Explore by him. I don't know if you can see it. Explore. And then we could have Fall Blessings. And what else? Maybe nothing. I don't think so, because that would fall off. Okay, I think we're done. Okay, so we're done with that. I don't know that they're very fancy, but they're done. Now I can't find my pen. So let's turn back to the front page. On our front page, what she did, there's my pen, was she put a door, sorry, couldn't remember what she called it. She called it a door plate. Now hers, I'm not sure if hers was metal. This is just printed off of Pinterest, and I put a button on it. So that's my faux door plate, and that's going to go right here. So I'm going to glue that down. I knew it wasn't a door handle. I couldn't call it a door handle. So I searched out Pinterest because I didn't have anything like that. What she had actually hooked on with brads and stuff, but mine's hooking on with glue. I think that's straight. And then over here, I'm gonna have, this is just like a deep orange, and I liked it with this leaf right here, and this one. I'm going to have these two matted together, and then I'm going to have this little tag. It says autumn is a second spring when every leaf is a flower, and I'm going to glue that on there, and that's going to be the front. So I thought that was very pretty. And this is cardstock. So this is definitely not a quick project to put together, but I think it's just so cute. I was wondering if I should cut these in the angles, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave these square, or I might just barely round this outside corner. I might like that better. I should have done that with the yellow too, but that's fine because it's already done. And then I have pop dots on here, so then I'm just going to stick this on here. So what does everybody think of the little album? I just think it's cute. like I say, not a fast project. But a nice little album. I'll just stick that down there. So it's cute little a little tag, and we're going to glue that on here, and that's going to be the fancy on our cover. Okay, let's put this in. We'll look one more time. Now, she didn't put any kind of a closure on this. It lays kind of all right like that. If you wanted something around it, you could wrap something around it. But I don't know, I'll have to see if I go back in and add some little extras. I just think that it turned out really cute. And I'm sure anybody would enjoy one. So that is our video for today. Let me know down in the comments what you think, and I hope you come back to see me for my next video. And everyone have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.